Are you tired of getting bad haircuts over and over again? Are you constantly trying to send messages to me because you are getting bad haircuts because the person cutting your hair can't comprehend what you're asking for? Well, hopefully in today's video, I'm going to try to share with you how to stop getting a bad haircut. And believe it or not, it's not all just about the person cutting your hair. It could actually be you. I know you don't want to hear it, but here's the thing. In my career, I've had many people come into the salon or wherever it is, and they've sat down and right from the very beginning, they start throwing out all sorts of numbers and I want my hair to be this long and this shape and that angle and this angle, and no one can cut my hair right. I've been to 50 people. No one can do it right. That's why I'm here to see you. That's when I'm like, okay, like help, save me, call 911. There's a hair crime scene about to happen. There's something is going to be awful because this person is out of their complete mind. They're a whack job and I don't want to deal with it. A lot of the times, if you put the pressure on the professional, that makes them feel so uncomfortable that one thing they do is going to be absolutely wrong and you're going to explode right in their chair. Would you want to work on someone like that? No. So I get it. You're a perfectionist. You're the client that wants that experience. You want that great haircut. But we have to understand and you have to take into consideration is, you know, we try our best, and the more you make us freak out, chances are the worse the haircut's going to be and the worse the experience is going to be. The more you make us feel calm and you express what you're looking for in a way that we can understand it, we feel comfortable, we're in alignment with each other, chances are the experience is going to go much better. Now, I've seen firsthand, witnessed an actual crime, a hair crime massacre take place from the hairstylist turning into a butcher. And they start hacking away and butchering the client's hair, and I've literally witnessed it and said, oh my gosh. So yes, there is a chance that the person cutting your hair, maybe for the first time, is like Jack the Ripper, right? Or Maria the Ripper. Whatever it is, they are an assassin and they're gonna chop your hair off and it's gonna be an absolute crime scene in the salon. You don't want that to happen. What you want to have happen, I know some of you find that funny when I talk about stuff like that. I'm ex-law enforcement, so I use this terminology. So, but what happens is the minute you start to freak out, the stylist freaks out, has a panic attack, runs in the back room, has a meltdown, and the client starts to have a meltdown. I've seen some really scary situations. What you need to do, from a professional telling you as a client, what you have to do is really just go in with a clear expectation of what you want, what you can achieve and accomplish based off of your own hair, okay? If your hair is to here, don't expect to be walking out with hair down here unless you're getting extensions. Or when you say, oh, I just want to trim, and the professional trims at a ½ inch, meanwhile you wanted 7 inches off your hair, you have to really convey to us what it is you're looking for, and show photographs and show things. Now, there are times where you may show us stuff, we do it, and you still freak out because it's not what you wanted originally, or it's not what you expected, or it's maybe a little too short, or it was exactly what you were looking for, you just don't like it. That's not our fault. You have to cut us some slack and realize if you're asking for something specific, the professional's job is to try to execute that as best as possible. But if you don't like it based off of what we did, then, you know, that's your problem. I've actually done consultation in the past with a client. We picked out, like, say, a nice, rich, vibrant red color, auburn color for their hair or something. Whatever we picked out, did the color, came out absolutely beautiful, and the client flipped. Oh, I don't want my hair's red now. Are you, like, did we not talk about giving you vibrant, bold, auburn, red hair for 25 minutes, and now you're saying it's red, you're complaining? Like, what is wrong with these people? So from the professional standpoint, you have to understand it's all about communication. Bring in photographs, be very short, it's what you want. Now, from a professional flip side, a lot of times we will freak out. If a client comes in and they start to act real demanding and they think they know everything they're talking about and this and that, it does freak us out sometimes, especially if it's the first time, okay? Like, oh my God, they want like a skin fade. I've never done a skin fade before. You have to honestly be realistic with them and say, look, I don't specialize in this. You're better off trying to pass it on to another person in the establishment who's good at that. so you don't have to deal with the panic attacks from it, and he doesn't have to deal with the panic attacks from it, and he can leave somehow, hopefully. If not right then, maybe he has to wait for that great haircut. Again, the problem arises when somebody walks in at 1 o'clock, they're expecting their haircut to be done and started at 1 o'clock. They don't have to wait 3 hours so Tom can be ready to cut his hair later on because you can't do it. So that's really what it comes down to as far as bridging the gap of how to stop giving bad haircuts. Make sure you know what you're doing. Communicate with the receptionist. I know a lot of salon, now I'm starting to get into the professional world of things. Let me know in the comments below if you are a professional, aka a barber or a hairstylist, or if you are a client. I'm all about engaging with you all and letting and hearing what you have to say about this stuff, because it really just helps grow the channel, and I just like hearing what's out there. But sometimes the receptionist or the front desk representative, whoever's answering the phone, they will just say, you know, hello, so-and-so salon or so-and-so barbershop. Yeah, can I get a haircut? Okay, sure. Have you been here before? No. Okay, we have Melissa at 1. Sounds good. They don't ask what they're looking for. They don't ask like anything. And then all of a sudden, the client comes in with that stylist, with that barber. They've never done a skin fade before. They've never done, you know, a pompadour before. They've never done an undercut before. They don't use clippers. They don't use scissors, whatever it is. And now all of a sudden, it becomes a disaster. It's really important you communicate with that person at the front desk saying, this is what I specialize in. This is what I don't do, okay? And then a lot of salon owners or barbershop owners, they push, oh, you should do everything. And they just start pushing clients onto people so they can just make their money without realizing that it's going to be a disaster because that person doesn't do that type of job. And I've seen it. I've been in this industry so long, I've seen everything, okay? So it's really important as a professional, even if you're the owner of the business, you have to give people the opportunity to shine at what they're good at. Don't force everyone to do perms. Don't force everyone to do color. Whatever it is they feel good at, make sure that they're comfortable, and that's the kind of client that they're getting. He or she specializes in short haircuts. Fine, send all to them. Then what happens is, as you know, all the other stylists start to get jealous. They start to get mad. Why aren't you feeding me these people? And why are they getting all the new people? Well, because you don't specialize in this. Don't complain. If you want to learn how to do it, then do it, all right? And I know if you are a stylist or a barber, I can feel the tension because you know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't complain. If you don't do the jobs, the services, don't complain if you're not getting those clients, okay? Just focus on what you're good at. So please share some engagement with me. You know, have you gotten over bad haircuts? Let's talk about communication. Are you a professional? Are you a client? I'd love to know. Please, 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 let's get tons of comments, just like we did in the last video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.